Hi there, and welcome to the Barbara Young channel, and welcome to my Friday Sews. So first of all, just want to start by saying thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews so we can all come together on a Friday and, you know, share our week of what we've been up to and what we've been doing and whatever we've been making. If we've made anything at all, that is. So let's start with what I've been making. Well, I've actually managed to make nothing. I haven't made anything this week, really. The only thing that I have managed to do is put buttons on this shirt, the one from last week, which I did show. But yeah, now it actually has buttons on, so it is technically 100% finished, which I'm really glad of because it fits really well. You know, I've even put my label in it. Yeah, really nice. 5 buttons on the front and on the collars, so that's 7 buttons. I can actually count. It's amazing, isn't it? You know, I've learned that skill at some point, learning to count. So there we go. 7 buttons. Now, actually, the buttons were actually sent to me by my friend Anna from the channel Pattern Pouch Nest. I'd had a conversation with her and said, you know, haven't sorted out buttons, and she sent me some buttons. And now I did have some buttons to actually go with this top, but I wasn't quite sure. None of them seemed to quite sit. I wasn't overly sure that I'd be quite right. She sent me some, and yeah, they seem to fit just perfectly. I can show you that. That's like a nice plain sort of blue, darkish blue button, and I think that sits really well with the thread that I've used on here and with the shirt itself. So yeah, very happy. Got buttons on it as well now, so that's marvellous. Now I can actually wear the shirt. Now Anna did actually send me a couple of other things in the post, which is very nice of her because she didn't have to. She didn't. I didn't ask for them, so it's nice to have a couple of extra gifts. One was this, which is like an open-ended tube bag of some sort, and it's for putting odds and sods in, I suppose. You can put little scraps, material scraps and stuff in there. It's a little point you can hang it up, I suppose, from that. So you put little material scraps and stuff in it. Now myself, I was thinking actually quite good for clothing. Not big clothing, but smalls sort of thing. But yeah, you could put your smalls in there, like, you know, stuff a bunch of smalls in there, and they're all kept together in one place, or your socks or a bunch of tights or something. And then when you want one, you just pull one out the end and there you go. And the rest are kept all together. And then probably by the end of the week, you've emptied it out, and you can put the dirties back in there ready to take home. So not going to be all in the bottom of the suitcase. So that's brilliant. Now that is actually on Anna's website, Pattern Pouch Nest, if you want to go and have a look. I think it's described as a baggie. So yeah, that's brilliant. That's on there. I did get something else. Now this, I don't think I've seen it on her website, but I'm sure if you were to ask her, you she might be able to let you know situation on these. It looks like a little bit like a little wallet or a purse type thing. It's got 2 little ties on it, and on the inside it is like a little needle holder, so you can put your like sewing machine needles in there. It does take one of the bigger packs that you can put in there, you know, and then you get loads in there. I've even got one of the rotary cutter packs in there, so that's brilliant. And then that keeps them all together. So especially if you're going somewhere, you want to take some sewing needles and stuff, supplies with you, you can put it in that and take it with you, and it's all going to be kept together without it going everywhere. So that was really brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to her channel and her webpage in the description if you want to go and have a look. Well, the next thing I've got to go through and sort out and do is actually my jumpers. Now, the other week I did say that I was gifted a bunch of clothing, which I'd already went through. Now, the thing with that is I did have some jumpers because it was sort of like wintry stuff. And one of them was, well, a couple of them were some jumpers, which was this nice sort of reddish jumper that I really quite like. It's more like a sweater, this is. And there was this blue jumper with this sort of puffy sleeve, what's got this sort of tight cuff part, which I really like. That's really nice, very warm that is. There's also this hoodie that I had that I'm going to be keeping. So there's that. that's brilliant. I do like them 3, so I'm going to keep them 3. But then when I went to put them away, I realised I've got a cupboard full of jumpers and stuff like that already, and some of them I don't wear very often, so I thought I want to sort through them really and have a look. So yeah, let's have a look through my jumper selection. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold them up, and then the ones that I really like and wear and use quite a bit, I'm just going to put to one side, and the ones I'm not so sure about, I'm going to put them on and have a little try and see what you think, you know, and try and make a decision. Do I want to keep them or do I want to get rid of them? Well, okay, let's start with the first one. This thing. Now this is a nice basic brown jumper, and it looks very basic. It's got a bit of ribbing on there, but you know what? This is so comfortable. I wear this quite a lot. I really do. It's a really, really comfortable jumper, so I'm forever wearing that. So that's a definite stay. Next one is this blue, well, it's blue, grading blue, so it starts dark blue and it gets lighter as it goes further down. It's got a shortish sleeve. I prefer if it was a bit longer, but that's not too bad. I quite like that. It fits really nicely. It's actually quite lightweight. It's not that thick a knit, so that I wear all the time as well. So that I'll be keeping straight on the pile. Next up, another blue jumper. I think there's a theme going on here. Another blue jumper. This one's got quite a bit of a V-neck in this. So I do like V-necks. I prefer V-necks to something that's round your neck, you know, strangling you, where you're trying to stay warm. That's not particularly great. Longer sleeve. It's got this little, I suppose, slit detail on the bottom here. So yeah, that's another really comfortable jumper that I wear quite a bit when it's cold, in the colder weather. So that's straight on the keep pile. So what have we got next? Next up, we've got a green jumper. Now I do like green, and it's this. Now it's got this heavier collar, and it's got a longish sleeve, but it's quite baggy. You know what? I'm not totally sure about this. I do wear it a bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on and show you what it looks like. Now, I'm a person that tends to wear jumpers straight on top of, without other garments on underneath, really. So I'm going to take the shirt off and get that jumper on. Now, don't worry, I do have like a cami top underneath. I never wear nothing at all underneath, but I do tend to wear things like this with just a small vest top on underneath rather than lots of layers. Unless it's really cold, like middle of winter, and then I might have a shirt on or something else on underneath it as well. But let's start with getting this on. And here's this green jumper, which is, as you can see, it's quite a baggy affair. But it's got this nice collar, but it's not really tight on me, and it's quite baggy sleeve, which I do like. I like this baggy sleeve. It's nice. It is actually one that I probably wear around the house more than anything, you know, because it's just a very comfortable thing to wear. So, you know, yeah, I think actually I will keep this, you know, because it is a nice jumper. Let me just click that there a minute, because next up is a blue jumper. Yeah. Let me just get this blue jumper on, because it's a bit of an oddity. So, one moment. And a blue jumper. Now, I do like this jumper, but I'm not totally sure about it. It's, again, got a slightly shortish sleeve, but the neck sits close on me. Again, I've used it to wear it round the house, and I'm not overly inspired by it. It's a nice colour and it does feel really nice and warm, but I'm not totally in awe of it, really. So I'm not really sure. Don't know. I haven't decided on this one yet. So what's up next? Next one is this green, another green jumper. A bit of a theme again. Greens and blues. I do like greens and blues. So this is quite a nice, or seems like quite a nice jumper. So let me just haul that on and see how it looks. A slightly short sleeve again, so I don't mind the sleeves being short, especially if you're get your arms or your hands a bit wet, having a slightly shorter sleeve is brilliant. This jumper, I don't know, I like this, but it's a bit around the neck. It's a bit like this blue one. I'm not totally in awe of it or totally sure about it, so I'm not quite sure what to do with that one. I might keep it, might not. I've yet to decide. Next I've got is this red one. Now, as you can see, that's got some cable in it. It's a shop bought. It's a ready-to-wear job, and I'm not overly keen on it. It's not my colour really, so I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to keep that one for definite. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to keep that one. That can go for a definite. This one, not so sure about. Next up, I've got this one. Now, when I bought this was quite nice. I liked it. It's quite long. It does have the pockets in them here. But I'm not totally sure. It's gone out of shape as well. So, no, I don't really wear it anymore. You can see the neck's stretched way out here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that one, pass that one on. Okay. Next up, now, this thing. It's quite a nice jumper. It's really quite heavy for what it is, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hoik this on and have a quick look at it, but it's one I'm probably not going to keep, but I'll show you why in a mo. The thing with this one is, well, it's got this ribbing bit on there that, now this bit feels fine when I'm wearing it, but this bit always seems to end up itching me. And yeah, it's a shorter sleeve again, but it's got it on the bottom, but also you've got this like strange collar bit that sits at the back there. And because of the way it sits, and it sits on the shoulder, on the back, across the back of the shoulder, I always find that when I've got something else on top, like a coat or something, or a jacket, that seems to dig in and then it rubs, and then I find it really annoying. So for that reason, this one will not be staying. I will be getting rid of this because I just can't be doing with all that hassle on the back there. You know, if I can. There's a big flap on the back there, isn't it? You know, spoiler for your jumper instead of your car, like. But yeah, there you go. And then the next three jumpers. Now these are basically sort of work type jumpers. Wear them to work, wear them over a shirt type thing. Basic stuff. V-neck, basic V-neck with standard. Yeah, I suppose I ought to keep it really. I don't have that type of work at the moment, but you know, perhaps I might end up back in an office sort of thing, and I would need them. And I've got three of them. I've got that grey one, which I've really never worn. I just don't like that grey one. I've got this black one, which is actually the same as the grey one, but this black one's really quite comfortable. You can see it's black, V-neck, basic simple jumper. So what I might do is get rid of the grey one because I don't like it. I do like the black one, and I've also got this purple one. This purple jumper, V-neck, and actually I really like this one. This is really comfortable, but as I say, it's another one of those sort of office jumpers that you wear over a shirt or something. So I will be keeping those two, and really that's it. So actually all I've got rid of is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumpers to get rid of, a bunch of stuff to keep. I'm going to keep this one for now, I think. I do like it enough to keep it. So yeah, there we go. That's the sort out of my jumpers done. Hopefully give me a little bit more space. I've not got rid of too much stuff, but enough to accommodate the other extra things that I have got that I need to put in there now. So I better get and sort this out and get tidied up. So there you go. That was my week. Haven't done a lot, as you can tell. Really just haven't had the go for it. As they say, my get up and go was got up and well and truly buggered off. But there you go. Never mind. I'm sure it'll arrive back at some point, exhausted at the door, wanting sympathy, but never mind. But, you know, I've got the shirt done eventually. and it's a really nice shirt. I come on, you know, vintage material. I suppose I took my time about it because I was just so worried that if I made a mess of it, I couldn't go back and redo it because, you know, it's vintage material, can't get hold of anymore. So there you go. But it is finished and it feels lovely, and it fits just brilliant. You know, a good sort out of me my jumpers, sweaters, whatever you want to call them. Still got a huge pile that I can wear, that I will wear, but I've got a few that I can get rid of because I just don't want them anymore. So that's a great thing. Other than that, nothing going on really. That's it really. That's all I've got to say. Another slow week by Barbara Young, really. There you go. Just hope you've all had a good week and managed to be very productive. So, well, that's it really from me. If you like this video, please do give it a like, subscribe, and that way you'll always get a notification, especially if you click that bell icon, you'll get notified when my videos come out. And please do comment. I do love reading your comments, and I love reading about what you're doing as well, and also comment between yourselves. That's why we have the Friday Sews, so we can, you know, meet up and have a chat as well. So I think it's just left for me to say thank you very much for watching my video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.
Young.